Good afternoon, everyone. This is Megan James coming at you live from Legacy Lifestyle. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a special one for you. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that plagues most of the individuals in the United States, whether they want to admit it or not. Prior to finding your current spouse, if you're married, you probably went through this too, which is why today we're going to talk about transitioning from being single to in a relationship. Hashtag Facebook or it's not official. So, I don't know about you, but every time I get on Facebook, I tend to see things like friends who are bitching and moaning and griping about how awful their life is and talking about how they're just going to be single forever, and they post all these single memes. And you want to get pissed because you're like, this is all you ever post about. The only time you get on social media is to vent about how much you hate your life. No one wants to see that. We come to social media for those funny cat memes and all the stuff that's going to make us smile and laugh, and all the cute little stories from the Dodo channel. Right. So, most of these people are completely unaware of what they're doing. I think people who are currently in relationships but very strongly desire to be in one are under the incorrect impression that all of their, and I should preface this with saying I think people who aren't like in a relationship right now, they may have been in relationships before, but right now they're single, and they've tried everything. They've tried dating websites. They've tried all these things, right? And they're under the mistaken impression when they look around at their friends and family, they think all these people just lucked out. That they met their significant others through sheer luck and pure happenstance. They just fell in the laps. Whoever it was, their significant others just fell in their laps. And I think they make the largest mistake of comparing themselves to those people, and they begin to get these issues with self-esteem. Their self-esteem plummets. They start focusing on things like their weaknesses and thinking, man, those people are so much better than me. And wow, I just don't get it. I'm just not worthy of love, I guess. And they begin to truly believe that they aren't worthy of love, and that the type of love that those people have will never find them, will never find that specific person, because they're just not lucky enough to just sort of luck out and find someone. So I think when you've got friends and family who are projecting this type of personality, it's vital to understand that that's where they're coming from. And I think that the people who are dealing with this, it's vital for you to understand now that your friends and family who are in successful relationships have a secret that you likely haven't heard because they withheld this information. Now, they likely have not done this on purpose. They've never connected the dots that this is what led them to their partners. So, let's begin with the fact that all those people had to take action that placed them outside of their comfort zones in some way. They had to go to coffee shops, or they were out shopping, and they would say, hey, or smile at someone, even if they didn't feel like it. This is crucial, guys, because when you're taking substantial action like this, it's putting positive energy out into the world, and it's going to come back to you tenfold. So whether you've had a crappy day at work, you go to the grocery store after, and you're like, I don't want to see anybody. I've done nothing but talk to people all day. I don't want to talk to anyone else. So you just don't feel like interacting. If you ever want a successful relationship, be it a friendship or dating or otherwise, you're going to have to interact with some people, okay? So it all starts with, even when you don't feel like it, hold that door open. Say, hey, show your teeth when you smile. Don't be afraid to look like a goof. Because that's going to be when you meet the person, because they're going to be like, hey, I like them. They're not afraid to act like a goob. Think of it like this. You simply can't sit around and bitch all day that you're being single. Oh gosh, guys, I'll be single forever. I'll never find my person. You're basically telling the universe at that point to give up hope and never send you anyone because you've given up on yourself. And whatever you think and whatever energy you put out there will come into being. These limiting and false beliefs are totally screwing you over in your love life. And guess what? You're the one doing this shit to yourself. It's a vicious cycle, y'all, and you've got to wake up and realize you are responsible for the life you're currently living. You have got to start accepting responsibility for the reasons behind your current position. You can pray all day for God or source energy or whatever you believe in to send you a significant other, but if you're sitting on the couch, flipping through the channels, not talking to anyone each week, not socializing, not making new friends with new people, it's just not going to happen. You have to make opportunities for the universe to send you all the awesomeness that you've been hoping and praying for. You also have to take responsibility for your entire internal process. When an external force happens to you, the first thing you do is think about what just happened. That thought will elicit an emotional response based on whatever truth, quote unquote, you gleaned from that thought. From that emotional response, whether negative or positive, you have full control over the next part, your action. You can either react to it, which is when you sporadically say or do things that are unplanned and often not beneficial to you, or you can respond to it. A rational response is reasoned through and elicits a controlled response, like walking away when someone is causing drama. Until you learn to become emotionally mature and truly understand that your quote-unquote truths and control your internal process, you will never find happiness. Guys, this is crucial. You can't expect someone else to love you if you don't love you. How are you going to expect someone to understand all the things that make you unique and beautiful if you don't understand them? You've got to get in touch with yourself to really see how awesome you are, because right now you don't believe it. Through all your failures in relationships, you have placed yourself in a sort of neurotic state. You no longer believe that it's possible to find love. If you're always going around telling your family and friends in person or on Facebook or on Instagram or anyone else where someone might listen about how miserable you are, how fat you are, how single you are, no one is going to want to be around that. People flock towards positivity and empowerment and confidence. Think about that. Think about every time you've ever idolized someone for something. What was it that really drew you to that person? Was it as simple as their tone of voice? Or was it your perception of them? Ooh, they're strong, stable, confident, pretty, whatever. You can easily recall those positive things you felt towards that other person that you admire, but can you recall the last time you called yourself one of those things? Can you even remember the last time you gave yourself a compliment, a pat on the freaking back for doing awesome? No? Why don't we start there? Don't go getting all these online dating apps when you still have a lot of work to do with yourself. When you start investing your time and money into repairing the lost love between you and you, you're putting positive energy out there. The universe will see this, and so will that stranger that suddenly popped into your life. You will begin attracting people to you like a magnet. Friends, new relationships, stuff is going to bloom in your life. And funny enough, it'll be the type of people you always chased after, but always felt out of their league. And were, most of the time rejected by them. You will find that your quote-unquote type will sort of fall into your lap. And it won't have any immediate explanation. But if you're in tune with your process, you'll know that it was you sending out these positive vibes and working on yourself consistently that made this happen. Well, you and the universe. Many times we find the people we're supposed to be with, when everything in our lives is picking up positively as well, like our careers, our finances, our physical fitness, these people show up. People can sense positive indicators like pheromones. So, Susan, maybe you're trying to attract a male named, I don't know, Bob. You don't know his name. He doesn't know your name. But you're out there putting positive stuff out there. You've got your finances in order. Your career is on the up and up, man. You're getting a promotion next month. Suddenly, boom, you're in the grocery store. Bob just appears. He contacts you. He says, hey, you've got a really pretty smile. Can I get your number? Or whatever. It doesn't matter. This is nature, people. It's like survival of the fittest. You're always going to find somebody to partner with in life that is strong, that has qualities you're looking for. You know, whether you're looking for a homemaker or you're looking for somebody who's very secure in their career, who's providing good financial stability, whatever you're looking for, it's natural. Don't be afraid of that. Accept it. My advice is make a list of every single quality you want in your ideal, perfect person that you want to partner with in life. I don't care how nitpicky it seems or how long that list ends up being. When you're done, make another list. Write down everything someone like that would desire in their partner. Figure out which of those qualities you have mastered and which ones could maybe use some work. You don't have to be perfect in any one area, just well-rounded. And showing the universe that you're trying new things to better yourself. You're trying to pick up new and improved successful habits, and you're trying to become the person that your ideal candidate will want. The universe is going to pick up on that and start sending you quality individuals for you to sort of interview in your relationship process. Now, there are plenty of books out there that can help you really kind of understand this process, but I will tell you that the 5 love languages, those books are phenomenal, especially the one for singles. So if you're single, looking to mingle, and really struggling, stop putting your negative junk on Facebook. That's not going to help you get a partner. In fact, it's probably going to run them off. They're not going to want to associate with somebody who's always putting their negative junk out there. Now, it's not your fault because no one's ever been honest with you and said, hey, do you really want a relationship? How about you start putting more positive energy out into the world? Stop complaining about your life. Stop complaining about stuff. Start focusing on what you have, not what you're lacking. Talk about maintaining a growth mindset rather than a lack mindset. It's simple, guys. You're overthinking it. Just try to be the person that your mama always told you to be. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, right? That being said, there's a time and a place to discuss negative things. I recommend every single person get a freaking therapist at some point in your life. Even if you go once a month just to check in, hey, this is what's new. This is what I've changed. This is what's different from last month. It gives you an opportunity to talk to somebody with an outside perspective, with training. Guys, this is an asset. Yeah, that one session could cost you $100, or like me, it may cost you $20. Who cares? This is an investment in yourself. And if it could take you having to wait decades to meet somebody down to maybe a couple of months, wouldn't you want to do that? And it's not just about relationships. Seeing a therapist can help you professionally. It can help you personally. It can help you just in life. It can help you with your finances. They don't give you advice, but they help you come to your own solutions, right? We're the cause of all of our problems in life. And if you want to argue with me on that, that's fine. But for the most part, we are where we are in our lives because of the decisions we make, the actions we take or don't take, and our thought processes. So that means that if we're the problem, we're also the solution. The benefit to getting a therapist is having someone who can talk us into those solutions. So I recommend that as an integral part. You can get somebody who specializes in marriage counseling because guess what? They'll also know about other types of relationships. My therapist has all kinds of great qualities. And I go because I deal with stress and anxiety. No matter how many successful habits I've incorporated between being mindful, practicing mindfulness, meditating, all of these awesome things, I still struggle like everyone else every now and then. It's okay. Go to someone, talk about these things. That way you're not rehashing the same old stuff with your friends and family because they get tired of it. It's nothing against you. It's just the only time they ever talk to you is something negative you have to say. That's all they ever hear. They want to hear about your life in a good way. So give them something good. Because guess what? When you get all this stuff off your chest with a therapist, that leaves all this other great blooming potential to talk about with your family. It's really not difficult, guys. It's just about making the sacrifices, getting out there, putting in the work, and gaining some knowledge. You went to college for 4 years just with hope that you'll have a job waiting on you on the other side. What about if you put in 4 years to bettering yourself? What would that look like? Would you be a CEO? Would you have some real estate conglomerate? Would you have the spouse of your dreams? A huge farm with hundreds of puppies that you've adopted from puppy mills and I don't know, rescues. Would you have your dream life? If you just put in 4 years of solid work on just yourself, what would that change do for you? So all I'm asking is that if you're willing to invest thousands of dollars and years of your life into gaining an education that might be able to get you a career, why wouldn't you take the same chance on yourself? So get right with yourself, get right with your finances, get right with your faith in yourself, and get right with your health. That's most important. Start eating the right foods, working out regularly, make the sacrifices. The people who say, oh, I hate working out, I hate doing cardio. Well, no one really likes it when they're starting out and they're out of shape. But getting to the point where you're in shape, you're loving life, you're getting clarity from your workouts, that's the point where people really start to enjoy working out. But you have to put in that work for a long period of time, right? So make the sacrifices. Start changing your mindset today. Be more focused on how you can grow yourself. Be more focused on having a fulfilling life rather than being happy. When you talk about how you want happiness, that's instant gratification. All right, millennials, I'm one of you too. However, I don't live in that microwave society kind of mindset. I'm okay with waiting a little bit. I wasn't always like that. I'm probably one of the most impatient people you'll meet. But I have to work every day to understand patience and look towards the long-term goal. So there's several things I could recommend, right? But it all starts with research, education, reading, self-growth, and not just in relationships, just in you. Try to find the areas of your life that are not currently fulfilling and ask yourself what you think is missing. Start working on those goals now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So take action today. Go ahead. It'll never be too late. The longer you wait, it's just more time you've wasted. So make an effort. Start today. Who gives a crap about your New Year's resolutions? Do yourself a favor. Become the person you want to be to attract people that you want in your lives. All right, guys. With that, I'm signing off. Thanks for joining us today. It's Megan James on Legacy Lifestyle. Signing out.